From the IMTV Wave Channel 5 studio at Greenville Senior High School, home of the Greenville Green Wave, the Greenville Veterans Memorial Park and Digital Library proudly presents Never Stop Serving.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Never Stop Serving. I'm Samuel Plock and I'm your host for today's episode. This series is sponsored by Greenville High School's interactive media class as well as Greenville VFW post number 7262. Today, we have two very special guests for this very episode number 52. Joe and Betsy Law. Welcome, everybody. Let's welcome them to our show today. Joe is this year's thundering 3rd American Legion Ohio District Commander. Is that correct?
Correct.
Pardon this interruption. At this time, we'd like to invite all seniors down to the college fair in the main gym. Again, all seniors are invited down to the college fair in the main gym. Thank you.
Don't worry, we can edit that out. They're good at editing. I used to do this all the time 10 school years ago. Betsy is the first vice commander and also will be the commander next year. Both are excellent examples of our Never Stop Serving family. Both will be celebrity judges at our talent show on Saturday, November 9th here in Greenville, Ohio at the VFW, starting at 7 p.m. Be sure to be there, folks. Joe, please tell us about your origin story, where you grew up, your parents, your school career, and how you got into the service.
I grew up in outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in a suburb called Lansdowne. Went to Lansdowne Alden Junior Senior High School. Played football, wrestling. Was on the student council. Was junior, senior class treasurer. Went in the Marine Corps right out of high school. Served 9 years in the Marine Corps. Made the rank of E5 sergeant. Got out. I've been a member of the American Legion for 27 years now, and went through the ranks. I was second vice for 2 years, first vice 3 years, and commander 5 years at my post. And then I've been went through the chairs in districts, starting out as finance officer, then second vice, first vice, commander, and that's where we're at right now.
What years were you in the Marine Corps?
1978 to 1987.
Good years. That's how long the Christopher Reeve Superman movies ran for. I do my homework. And what year did you start being a member of the American Legion?
Around 2000. Around 2000, I believe.
Can't do the math.
Yeah, turn of the new millennium.
No, it was younger. It was earlier than that. 1992.
Wow.
Yes.
I was only a baby when that happened. And how about you, Betsy?
I'm from Kettering, Ohio, born and raised, and I moved out and lived in Xenia for my high school years. So I graduated in '83, then I went to Wright State, and I joined ROTC, Army. And after Wright State, I went on to the Army Reserves. I was out at the VA, did medical supply, and then I went to Sinclair, got an associate's degree, and did the life thing for a while, and then went back and got my bachelor's at Wright State. I've been the Legion commander, post commander down in Waynesville for 2 years, post 615, and at Kettering Post, I've done second vice, and I've been the adjutant there for 7 years. And I've done the same with the district as Joe. I've done finance officer, second vice, and I'm now first vice.
Well, congratulations. You're welcome. Would you please tell us what branch of the service that you both served for and how long did you both serve?
I was Army for 6 years.
What may I ask what years those were?
84 through 90.
That's great because I'm a history buff and I like to know years of things. So it would give our audience, whoever's watching this, a time frame. How about you, Joe?
I was in the Marine Corps from June of 1978 to July of 1987.
Well, there you go. What was both of your jobs while both of you were in the military?
I was in medical supply. I had a lot of papers.
I was, when I first went in, I was a field wireman, and then I re-enlisted and went to school and became a construction wireman. And then when I became an E5, I became a platoon sergeant and an embarkation NCO. Which an embarkation NCO is anytime we went out into the field on deployments, I had to know where every piece of equipment for every company and unit in the battalion was.
Sounds like an important job.
Yeah.
It's always good to keep track of your people, your items, everything.
Yep.
Do both of you have any memories or moments from your military experience or service that you would like to share, and any highlights of both of your careers?
I'm not prepared. Probably AIT was my most memorable. We went down to San Antonio, and I did training and schooling there to get my certification for my MOS, which is the training, which was the medical supply sergeant.
Well, there you
It was
go.
very fun.
Yes.
It was a great place. I loved it.
Yes, I'd like to be in, I would like to travel a lot. I'm going to Reno, Nevada with the VFW next year in July 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Be my first time to Reno, Nevada.
Yep.
How about you, Joe?
Just a lot of deployments. I did a 6-month med float. I turned around and spent a year in Okinawa. When I was on the med float, I went to Spain, Portugal, Italy, French Riviera. So basically the deployments were all good time.
Yes. Oh, Joe, what is your plan for the next year?
Get the district up, hopefully get it as a quota district. Just get things in the district where they should be and keep them that way to pass on to the next commander. And I am turning around. There's a job opening that came open in the department down at the VA for the department service officer, and I applied for that. So
I really do hope you get it.
thank you.
You're welcome. How about you, Betsy? What are your plans for next year's commander?
Basically the same as to get right now we're working on membership, trying to get everybody to get their members renewed and get new members in, transferred in, signed up, and try to get the district back to quota and keep it going, like he said, for the next year, pass down to the next commander coming in. So we have basically the same goals as
Like passing the torch.
exactly.
Oh yes, it's important to pass the torch to the next generation of our military commanders, our field officers, and all sorts of people that want to join the military. That could be a consideration to many of you out there. You never know until you try. And if you can't serve, then you can do something like what I'm doing. I'm serving my country by interviewing veterans. You never know what the future might bring for you all. Is there any coordinating plans between the two of you?
We actually don't set up coordinated plans, but being married, it always works that way, that things just fall together.
Yes.
So,
Joe, what is important to you?
serving the veterans, getting them what they need, making sure that they have what they need is important to me.
I would say that'd be a very important thing because veterans deserve our respect and they do need to be taken care of, fed, clothed, and all and because they risked our lives to serving this country and they need extra special care, especially in today's world.
Right.
And they need our honor. How about you, Betsy?
I'm right in line with Joe. There's issues out there that need to be addressed. As far as the veterans, is their health care, food, clothing, housing. The homeless vet population is just out of hand.
I know.
And there's a lot of things that need to be addressed. So helping in any kind of way to get that taken care of is what we do.
I hope it is because it's very important, as I said, to honor these veterans because they risked our lives serving this country and they do need to be extra special care for. They deserve our respect. They deserve all sorts of honors because they risked our lives. Without them, we would have no country. We wouldn't have our freedoms, as a matter of fact. Do you both have any words of advice for young people who are interested in the service or how they can get involved?
Go to a recruiter, do some research, see which branch you'd like to go into. If for some reason you're not eligible or if there's health reasons or something, there's always the American Legion. If you're not a veteran, we also have the Ladies Auxiliary, which you can join under if you're an older person. You can join under your kids, your spouse, your parents, grandparents, descendants of, and the SAL is the Sons of the American Legion, which you can join under mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. You have to be a descendant. But those are also options, and they work hand in hand with the American Legion to serve our veterans.
Yes. How about you, Joe?
Well, the same thing, and like we just changed, the American Legion just changed the dates. There used to be, you had to be in during wartime to be eligible to join certain dates. Well, they just changed that, and anybody that was in from December 7th, 1941 to present, if any of their relatives was in, now they are eligible to join the American Legion as a son or an auxiliary member.
Well, there you go.
So they should look into that, but definitely I would look at the service side. It
Yes.
it is interesting. You do get to go places usually, and it's just an honor to serve.
Yes. Now, I have a question. Well, I am the grandson of a person who served in Trinidad during World War II, Sherman Block Jr. Would I be eligible?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. My question's just been answered.
Yeah.
Thank you both once again for your awesome service to our great country and your time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here at Never Stop Serving, we highlight veterans that continue to serve beyond their military service. Our talent show is approaching very quickly on November 9th, 2019. Talent acts and sponsors are definitely needed. Please contact gvmpdl@gmail.com. We are looking forward to an awesome, wonderful, stupendous talent show. Oh, and don't forget to continue to watch for upcoming episodes of Never Stop Serving. We have a full pack season full of amazing stories, and you all would just love it if you want to get involved in the military or am a history buff. You would love it. So please check us out. And also continue to watch the Veterans Memorial Park and Digital Library's Facebook page for upcoming events and updates. If you are a veteran and would like to share your story, please send us an email at gvmpdl@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and this is Samuel Plock signing off for now.
Thank you for watching. Please visit us on our social media sites. Please consider contributing to our mission in some way. Also, we are always looking for veterans and their families to share their stories with us. Be sure to join us next week for our next episode of Never Stop Serving.